First of all, we had this moment in which Trump accused Zelenskyy of gambling with World War III. Here's what he said.
You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. Right now, you don't. You're playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III.
And then in another exchange, President Trump trying to emphasize to Volodymyr Zelenskyy that he doesn't have an advantage militarily or economically in the war against Russia, and that Ukraine needs the United States in order to prevail, or at least end the war on some terms that are favorable to Kyiv. Here's that exchange.
Your country's in big trouble. Wait a minute. No. You've done a lot of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning. You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of coming out okay because of us.
Reaction now pouring in from around the world, particularly in Europe. And you can sense, guys, that this is a moment in which the Atlantic alliance between the United States and Europe is fracturing just as much as the relationship fractured between the United States and Ukraine in the Oval Office. And take a listen to some of these statements that we're seeing from politicians. First of all, we know that President Zelenskyy spoke to France's President Macron and the head of NATO after the Oval Office meeting today. The German Chancellor Scholz says Ukraine can rely on Germany and can rely on Europe. The EU Commissioner, President Ursula von der Leyen, says to Zelenskyy, your dignity honors the bravery of the Ukrainian people. Be strong, be brave, be fearless. You are never alone, dear President Zelenskyy. And then the Vice President of the European Commission saying the world needs a new leader. The Commissioner saying, Ukraine is Europe. We stand by Ukraine. We will step up our support to Ukraine so they can continue to fight back the aggressor. Today it became clear that the free world needs a new leader. It's up to us, Europeans, to take this challenge. So what you see there, guys, is Europeans rallying to the defense of Volodymyr Zelenskyy here. We saw cheers in Moscow. Former President Medvedev tweeting out earlier his support for Donald Trump, saying he slapped down Zelenskyy appropriately in the Oval Office. And we're seeing Republicans in Washington rallying around the president as well. We saw Senator Lindsey Graham, come out here to the sticks a short time ago at the White House and say that Zelenskyy may need to resign in the wake of this incident, guys. So reaction, as you can see, pouring in all over the world. This is unprecedented, John. It's just never happened before. Even when there's been meetings between U.S. leaders and hostile world leaders, and you can think of so many over the years, these are usually well-choreographed exchanges. People know what they want out of the meeting before they have it. The aides on both sides don't let the leaders go into the room together until they're pretty sure what the outcome is going to be. American presidents have sought to project a statesman-like tone, a tone of responsibility and reasonableness to the world. This president operates differently. He operates in a world of leverage, in a world of sometimes stirring chaos and seeing that as to his advantage by disruption. This is a president who is comfortable shattering norms. He did that today, and the question now is, will that be to the advantage of the American people? Will the American voters get what they want out of this exchange? That's still, of course, TBD.
Yeah, we'll see how all of this plays out. And Eamon, you've done a great job reporting on this developing story all afternoon.
Thanks,
Eamon Javers, thank you for being with us to kick off the hour. Now let's get to 314 Research co-founder Warren Pies for the investor take on everything we've seen this afternoon. Warren, what was amazing to me is that we did have this volatile session. You actually saw the VIX spike as all of this was playing out in the Oval Office. You saw stocks, take a leg lower. It seems like those World War III comments coming from a sitting president in the Oval Office, whether it was algos or not, seem to have been what triggered that. And yet, we finished the session at highs. The S&P up almost 1.6% today. Yes, lower on the week, but the Dow even clawed back its gains for the week to finish up almost 1%. And actually, crude oil settled lower, too.